Hey yo, what is good, everybody? It's Cameron, aka Cam, in the building, you know what I'm saying, Sim. Before we get into the video, guys, if you could smash that like, smash that sub, like and sub, that's a dub. I would really appreciate it, bro. Today we're gonna be checking out BLACKPINK. Pretty Savage deserved better, okay? That's a fact, bro. Pretty Savage was a banger song, okay? I'm not sure that I hope they'll release a music video to it. They'll probably release a music video to it eventually. I think it's probably one of the best songs on the album, but I'm gonna tell a quick story before we get into reacting to the video. Right, so when I started first reacting to K-pop, right, it was strictly for the reaction channels, and eventually I was like, oh, this stuff is kind of cool, you know what I'm saying? I'm starting to like the characters, get to know the characters of a few groups and stuff, and I just kept it all on the reaction channel, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going out watching K-pop videos or nothing like that, because for one, I want to use my time to watch basketball videos and stuff like that, because you guys don't like the basketball videos. So I just strictly stuck to reacting to K-pop videos on the channel, and then I watch my basketball videos off the channel. But then, right, NBA season finishes. I'm like, oh, whatever, I'll just watch these few K-pop videos because they're on my recommended, right? Bro, I have a newfound pack. Like, I leave all like the music videos, all like the songs and everything like that, or like most of the compilations, I'll leave for the channel because I want to record the reactions to it. Like, if I'm watching it, I may as well be recording it. But so I clicked on these couple videos, right, of these people like talking about, like commentating about it, right? True fans. And I'm telling you, like, you cannot replicate the dedication and passion that people have towards groups like BLACKPINK and BTS. Like I remember watching like this 30-minute rant on I think it was Bang Chan when he had the braids. I'm sure you guys know what video I'm talking about. And it was just amazing. Like, I don't even think they had the person's face on the screen. They had like pictures and clips and stuff. You couldn't replicate that level of emotion. It was just, I was just dying laughing the whole time because I didn't think, like, I've never taken anything that serious in my life. Like, absolutely nothing, right? Like, there's not a, like, I don't even take playing basketball that serious. I take basketball playing pretty serious, you know what I'm saying? I've never taken anything that like in my personal life that serious. And for someone else to be taking something that's not even in their personal life that serious to me was just hilarious. Okay, so I've been watching a bunch of these commentating videos. I'm not sure if I've watched an Angelina video before, but I thought, you know what, let's just react to one on the channel, you know what I'm saying? Let's see what they got to say, okay? Because I agree, BLACKPINK Pretty Savage deserves a music video. We need a music video, okay? So let's check this out. Let's see what they got to say. Yeah, let's just watch the video.
Basically saying at the end of the day, like, why'd you review that and said it was okay? To which I would respond, sir, we're in the 4th generation of K-pop. I don't know what you're going on about.
Instantly, bro. What is this generation of K-pop thing? Imagine being like, oh, this is the 800th generation of normal pop. Like,
hi, welcome. My name is Angelina, and today I wanted to talk about BLACKPINK's B-side track, Pretty Savage. Notably,
was a banger.
Mostly the choreography and the immense backlash that it has been receiving. So usually I review titles.
Oh, I haven't, bro. We might have to react to like a dance like a dance performance of Pretty Savage, because that song's a banger. We've only reacted to the lyrics. We might have to do that. I didn't even think about that. I was just thinking. My entire thing was, oh, yeah, they need a music video for this. You know what I'm saying? They need a music. I didn't even think about. We gotta check that out.
A little series called Why It's Familiar, which a lot of people dislike the title of, and I don't understand. I find so much comfort within familiarity, but I guess some people just don't feel the same way. But I don't often review B-side tracks. In fact, I don't think I have ever actually yet. So I thought today we could make an exception for our faves, BLACKPINK. Will I bring 21 into this? I mean, the night is still young, so you never know, especially with
well, let me see if I can turn this up somehow. Oh, yes, sir.
My unpredictable nature.
That's a little too
So
loud.
before anyone comes to my blink card, I will be critiquing the choreography, expressing my thoughts on the song, and it really doesn't come from a place of hate. So hold your f***ing tongue. I'm kidding. But that's the thing. You are allowed to critique things. You are allowed to not vibe with something, to not like something. You absolutely...
Bro, what? thought you had to wholeheartedly agree if you're a fan of something. You're allowed to dislike an aspect of something even if you like it. Oh my god.
Absolutely do not need to love everything that your idols put out. And you are allowed to do so without trying to ruin someone's life. Like, trust me, it's possible. And I saw this.
Oh my god, guys. If I said Jungkook is ugly, if I said Jimin's hairline is receding, if I said Felix can't rap, I'm trying to ruin their life. That's tough.
On Keel's Instagram, he is the choreographer, or seemingly a lot of people thought he was the choreographer for Pretty Savage. And he basically wrote, when you open Twitter on Saturday night to see your name is trending 4th worldwide with over 25,000 plus faceless accounts telling you to for choreo that's not yours. And you know, I myself have woken up one too many times to something similar to that, so I can relate. Maybe not to, well, 25,000. Maybe I.
She woken up to trending worldwide.
Really?
That's crazy.
Not the trending thing, but you know.
Join Crossout, an explosive online action game all about building insane combat vehicles. And now,
ooh, let's go.
He kind of explains the whole story behind it. He doesn't mention BLACKPINK. I feel like maybe there's an NDA, like a non-disclosure agreement, that he can't specifically say anything about BLACKPINK, but he did say that there was a song that was released and he was contacted to do the choreography for that song. And that only 20% of his choreography was used, which is to be expected for K-pop companies, because he also explains they tend to contact a lot of choreographers, and on top of that they have their own in-house choreographer. So in theory, one dance could have many choreographers that contributed to it. And I think
they're looking like KSI, bro. They got the whole team of ghostwriters and ghost
basically
choreographers.
saying at the end of the day, like, why'd you review that shit and said it was okay? So like, why are you coming at him? I agree. Like, if the choreography is really that bad, like, it still had to go through YG. They still had to spend however much time learning this choreography. So somewhere along the line, you know, if someone really thought that this was really shitty choreography, that this was really awkward choreography, from the beginning, the company could have said something themselves. Don't get me wrong, I thought the choreography was quite awkward, but apparently YG didn't. But yeah, basically he was trending on Twitter, and I saw a lot of the hate he was receiving as well. A lot of really disgusting things that people were saying about him. Like, seriously, so many people hated the choreography. I even asked you guys what you thought of Pretty Savage, and I think the consensus is that a lot of people love the song, but the choreography didn't match the vibe, or the choreography was just plain awkward. And that's valid. I cannot stress this enough. You are allowed to dislike a choreography. You can critique the hell out of anything you want on the internet, which also means people can critique you in response, but you know what? It is what it is. But there is definitely a limit to how much energy you should be putting in this disdain that you feel towards a dance done by a K-pop group that you don't know. If your hate for something crosses a line and essentially breaks
facts, she's speaking facts right now,
of ruining their mental health, that is obviously disgusting. But I do have one critique about what he.
Also, if I'm being 100% honest, I don't think anything you say on Twitter to BTS or BLACKPINK is going to ruin their mental health.
Was saying, you know, he did say that people think that their idols are gods and don't need to breathe while they're singing and dancing. To which I would respond, sir, we are in the 4th generation of K-pop. I don't know what you're going on about, but I digress. For legal reasons, that was a joke. But for real, I'm sure he knows this as well, that the majority of these recent choreographies absolutely are not made with vocals in mind. That's just a fact. I've looked into this scientifically. If we compare 2nd-gen choreographies to 3rd-gen choreographies and 4th-gen choreographies, it's definitely night and day. And before anyone gets mad at that, this doesn't mean that one is better than the other, and it doesn't mean that intense choreographies.
Bro, we might have to watch a video on this generations thing, because this just makes no sense.
But if you observe general trends, you will see vocals were prioritized, which is shown by how handheld mics were slowly replaced with face mics. And choreography became more of the focal point, which we can see through more refined sounding vocals, or maybe not even hearing them at all. For example, this performance of Breathe, you can see Min doesn't really do a full jump with the rest of the members because it's her singing part, and you would likely hear that within her voice. And if we compare that to Lovesick Girls, they rudely make Rose, Rose, Taeyong in the choreography do these jumps while she's singing such a beautiful part. So realistically, I definitely don't think breathing is really prioritized these days, but definitely let me know what you think.
I mean, let's play the soundtrack over anyways.
From Smile Direct Club.
But yeah, can you imagine receiving all that hate and then at the end of the day, like, you literally only contributed 20% of that choreography? Like, that's kind of heartbreaking. At least if
as long as you're getting paid, bro, who
you
cares?
choreographed the whole thing, the pain might have been worth something, you know? But to be honest, Pretty Savage, in my opinion, I analyzed it. Obviously, because I'm doing all Blackpink dances are the same part 3, title pending. But for me, Pretty Savage, it did have odes to older choreographies, like the do-do-do-do thing, or choreography at all compared to the rest. So to me, it makes sense that he only did 20% of that. But yeah, with that huge preface out of the way, now I would like to share with you my thoughts on the choreography. But before we get into my thoughts, and I am very fully aware that I'm 15 minutes into filming, but before we get started, don't forget to like this video or leave a dislike. I'm not too picky. And you can also comment to help the algorithm.
Smash that like, subscribe button.
This channel
Comment, help
will
the
die.
algorithm.
I just want to kind of prolong that as much as possible, at least in. So, as we all know, with Lovesick Girls, Blackpink are also promoting Pretty Savage as a B-side track. I love it when groups do this. But for Blackpink, I don't know why they do this. I feel like a lot of their B-side tracks just deserve to be title tracks, and maybe I'm just biased as hell. But
I don't know the difference
will
between
never
B-side
get
and
over
A-side.
Rihanna
All I
having a
know
music video.
is that Pretty Savage is a banger. Simple.
But for this dichotomy between Pretty Savage and Lovesick Girls, I feel like it's very interesting because I feel like Lovesick Girls, a lot of people feel like should have been the B-side track because Pretty Savage is very much in line with what we think Blackpink typically sounds like. It
Facts.
has a beat drop. It has a beat drop. Yeah, I've heard from a lot of people that they think that Pretty Savage was
And they
supposed
spit
to
bars.
be the title track. But here's my little theory. I think maybe that could be plausible, right? It has all the elements that we're really used to. It follows this kind of typical YG formula, this kind of typical Blackpink formula. But after all the hate that Teddy received for How You Like That, after all the hate that How You Like That received, I feel like they tried to go in a different direction because they
Where How You Like That has 1 billion views. Why would you go in a different direction? That is the most ridiculous. Numbers don't lie, my guy. Numbers do not lie.
knew that their fans were getting kind of sick of the same thing over and over again. Because fans do hold a lot of power, and I think as much as we shit on YG, sometimes I think they do listen sometimes. So a lot of complaints for the same structure, same empty beat drop, they went for something different like Lovesick Girls. I'm really happy about that because it does show their duality. But back to Pretty Savage. So for me, this song is very reminiscent of Seal's Hello Bitches. And I actually made a fan-made music video for this song on my second channel. Rubbed a few people the wrong way. I guess if you don't include the group within your fan-made music video, then that's just wrong. And actually my friend said that it sounds like G-Dragon's bullshit. So let me know in the comments down below, do you agree with those two songs? Do you think they have a similar vibe, that they sound a little bit similar? But overall, definitely such a YG type sound. I definitely love the instrumental. I just love how badass it makes you feel. And on that note, the choreography for me doesn't really match that. Which brings us to...
There's a pattern to genius. There's a method behind the magic. I always tell people my inspiration.
Cool, bro.
To our next point. So on that note of choreography, I did want to say that I predicted that there would be like this hair flip motion because in my fan-made music video, I made that before they released the choreography. And I added Seal's hair flipping in the fan-made music video and I don't want to imply anything. So my critique on the dance is that I find it a little bit too structured. And by structured, I just mean how typically 3rd and 4th gen choreographies are, where there really isn't much room for ad-libs because from start to finish, it's super dance-based. But frankly, there are still elements that do stand
There's
out.
ad-libs in
like
dancing? What's
Lisa's
that mean?
parts, I feel that are very much part of the direction that I would have gone. But if we think of more carefree choreographies, at least within Blackpink, I would think back to kind of like Boom Baya or Whistle, because you know, even in instances where it seems like it's going to be carefree, you know, let's say the hair flipping, you know, a lot of people have described this as kind of awkward, especially with their positioning. But to be fair, hair flips are definitely a bitch when performing. You know, it definitely hurts your neck, it ruins your hair, and you know, you have to understand that Blackpink aren't going to perform these songs just once for that day. They're going to perform Lovesick Girls definitely more than once. They're going to perform Pretty Savage definitely more than once. They have to change clothing. They have to perform the song multiple times. And I think an issue with this is
I've never been to a concert, but they put the same song on repeat? What's going on?
Learn the song almost entirely before they performed it. For How You Like That in Lovesick Girls, and most songs really, you generally get to see some of the choreography, at least in the music video. But I feel for Pretty Savage, I mean, a lot of people got to fall in love with it right off the bat without ever seeing the performance and coming up with their own ideas of what it would look like, what it would feel like. So then when you see something different, something so off of what,
to be honest, I just like the song.
you kind of built it up in your head to be, I can imagine it's awkward, I don't know. But on that note of, you know, more awkward moves, there's this part in the choreography where definitely when they kind of half lift Rose into the air, like it looks like they're going to properly lift her, but then it's like a half jump, I don't know. But I've definitely also heard some people say that these awkward moves come off to them as being more quirky. Like for me, How You Like That I thought was really quirky, and I'm sure maybe some people thought it was awkward as well. So obviously it is still super subjective. But I don't hate everything about the choreography. I do think there's some really cool elements. Of course, the hip movements, I'm all about that. And then that opening move where they're kind of pretending to play the piano, I thought that was really cool as well. But I definitely wonder if this song wouldn't have benefited from, you know, a more carefree choreography, maybe something a little bit less choreography based. I know that's so scandalous to say in this here 4th generation of K-pop, but I think they should have went a little bit more 2nd gen with this. I'm not saying that because 2nd gen was better. I'm just saying that because the overall vibe of the song was more in line with what they would have done. Or if you do want something quote unquote a little bit more structured, I feel like something along the lines of Tali by Hyorin would have been nice as well. But yeah, definitely let me know in the comments down below which choreographies, if you can name any, do you think would have fit the vibe. Or do you like the dance perfectly as it is? I just think that new age K-pop kind of underestimates how fans would react to a simpler choreography.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought this video should be more mad, but I mean, she throwing in some cool clips, I guess. She throwing in some cool clips.
We've all seen a song that is kind of really soft or kind of really doesn't need a choreography, but there is a choreography anyways, and I think that's because K-pop wants to keep people's interest all the time, like a constant need. So you end up getting choreographies for songs that really don't need one. You know, sometimes I feel like K-pop forgets that fans would be more than happy to just have their idols sitting down and singing their favorite songs live. Or is that just my 2nd gen ass? And again, don't misunderstand this. Like, I don't hate the choreography. I just have critiques of this. And I think it's healthy to have conversations about these things without resulting to going into people's spaces and making them feel really shitty. But yeah, the last thing that I wanted to talk about is probably the most controversial thing. Like, you know, 21 comparisons, whatever, been there, done that. But this I'm actually scared to say because I've heard horror stories. And that is the fact that I think it's Lisa who says Blackpink in your area. Don't at me. You know what? Let's take a listen. I don't think I can play the audio, can I? That's Lisa. To be fair, it could be a mix of both of their voices, but I definitely hear Lisa a lot more than Jisoo. And I know a lot of people are really passionate, and I feel like a lot of people are going to say that they confirmed it themselves, that it was Jisoo that actually said that. But this is fishy like, just like the ice cream lyrics, ice cream chillin' chillin'.
What's with the transitions every 5 seconds? What's going on with that?
So yeah, that is basically it for this video. Thank you so much if you made it this far. Don't forget to let me know what you think of Pretty Savage, and you can check out my listening
bro, Pretty Savage is a banger. That's the end of the video. I was hoping this would be a video where they were super passionate and mad, but it just wasn't that. It was still good though, you know what I'm saying? Still interesting insight into the world of K-pop, okay? I don't understand this generations thing. We might watch a whole video on what the heck the generations of K-pop means. If you guys enjoyed the video, please smash that like, subscribe button. We out. See you.